Good morning, this is Billy Joe with Moon Goddess 114433, and I am bringing you another pick a card reading. So, we're always doing pick a cards about how other people love us. So, I thought we'd do a pick a card reading on how we love ourselves, how our journey with ourself is. So, because most people who do watch my videos are either in a high level soulmate relationship, or journey, or connection, or they're in a twin flame connection, whatever label you tend to put on it. So I do have three piles here. Pile one is with this beautiful mermaid. She says, salty kisses, starfish wishes. Pile two is with this earring, clip, whatever, of a dragon. And pile three is with the pink flamingo. It says, life is a balancing act. Like it could look underneath her tail. She has some like little beads. The cards that I used for this deck is the Nicoletta Tarot, Madame Endura's Fortune cards, Oracle of Shadows and Light, and Love Your Inner Goddess. So these all have females on the cards, but if you're masculine, just take them how they resonate. They can be for you as well. So also do remember that if you need your own personal reading, you can reach me at moongoddess114433 at gmail.com, and I can set you up. I do all kinds of different readings. The information should be in the description box. So let's just go ahead and get started. If you need more time, just go ahead and pause the video now. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Those of you that chose option one with this beautiful mermaid, okay, you have the World, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. Number 15, Hero, says be your own hero. The number 31, or the number 4 for Lady with a Bosch Egg, Ancient Wisdom. The Moon. And the Knight. And these are just little cards I created myself, so we'll read those later. So let's see what your reading says. Let's see here. You see those cards. Okay. So let's see these first three cards here. With the World. Well, I'm seeing, first of all, you have the World and the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles has to do with, please excuse my voice going in and out, has to do with independence, doing things on our own terms. Like that independent woman. She doesn't need anybody. She can do it all on her own. But it does look like, the World card has to do with completions, the ending of cycles, and beginning new cycles. But what I'm mostly seeing with this is she keeps herself in her own little bubble, her own little world. And with the Moon, it's like she's kind of mysterious. She's kind of she doesn't really let people in to her. She doesn't let people into her world. She's very private. So I'm just getting that the people watching this video are people who are very private. They keep themselves. Probably don't really like going to Walmart during the holidays. Just since they're just, they look at the world from inside their bubble and they're okay with that. Um, with this moon card, I'm just getting there's a lot of inner depth to this person that other people don't see. All they see is someone who is, she appears to be, independent, very strong, financially secure, but what they don't see does have these depths to her. Sorry about that. She's got some intelligence. She's she's a little bit mysterious. She may have her own little wacky, weird little ways. Um, Mystical. I'm hearing the word mystical. And probably likes to go dancing under the moonlight. Maybe that's why her world is away from everyone else's, so you can't see her dancing under the moonlight. That's just for some of you. And so now we're going to look at your light and your dark, because everyone has their positive, their negative, their positive side, their shadow side, what they show to the world and what they keep hidden. So what you show to the world. So you show the world this be your own hero. The number 15 can be broken into the number 6. You show everyone that you don't need anyone. You can do it on your own. Again, independent. You don't need anyone to save you. You can save yourself. But I also feel like, I'm getting the feeling that you have a big heart. You seem friendly. When you interact with people, you are friendly. But you do things on your own terms. Your shadow side. The number 31, if you broke into the number 4, lady with a Bosch egg, wisdom. What you don't show people is you have this inner knowing. You have this, what some people would call psychic abilities. Clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient. You may get messages. Some of you, I'm getting that some of you get messages when you listen to certain music. For some of you, it's very difficult for you when there's a thinning of the veil between dimensions and worlds, because you do sense other beings, and it kind of freaks you out sometimes. Some of you may sense past loved ones after they've moved on from this world and can communicate with them. And that goes back to the moon card. These are the depths that you don't share with other people, and maybe that's why you don't feel comfortable around the world. You're also empathic, and these others' emotions and things that's going on around them bombards you. So let's look at what you need to release. So you picked I got 2 cards for you for what you need to release. We have the moon. You will be guided through darkness, and the night triumph over adversity. But when I look at this, what I'm getting is you need to let go of feeling like you don't fit in because of your gifts, feeling like you have to hide them, feeling like that's a bad part of you. Maybe some of you was raised in, religious beliefs that's wrong, So you need to release those programmed beliefs and thought patterns. And you need to release the idea that, with the knight, it shows triumph over adversity, but it shows this knight coming in with this sword. And it's like you feel like if you show your authenticity and who you really are and all these wonderful depths about yourself, that you're going to be cut down. You're going to be, you know, and for some of you, that could have to do with maybe past lives of witch trials. Um, but yeah, times are changing. Just step out with who you are. You don't have to fear anybody. Just be who you was meant to be. And don't fear your shadow side. So for messages for you, I got never ever settle. Okay? Be your true self. Don't settle. Don't tamper your personality down just to fit in with others or just be around others. Be who you was meant to be. And then stop being afraid of what could go wrong. Focus on what could go right. So you have a purpose. You were given gifts for a reason. Yes, you're independent. And yes, these things have made you strong. Um, but you don't have to lock yourself up in a bubble. You can express yourself. You can be yourself. Take that strength that you've gained all these years in your whole life, and don't worry about the other forces against you. Let yourself be the force that's to be reckoned with. Okay? Don't be scared of your shadow side. Embrace it. Embrace your full potential. Embrace all of yourself. Okay? I hope this resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Moving on to those that picked the dragon. So this is actually like an earring. Like you put this in through your ear and this clips through the side of the ear. It's actually kind of heavy here. Okay. Dragon people. Let's look at your cards. You have the Two of Cups, the Fool, the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, the number 8, Daughter of the Sacred Heart, number 37, or the number 10, which can again break down to the number 1, Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. The number 6, Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. The Green Man, and Earth. And of course your 2 cards that... Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, so funny thing. So this is supposed to be a journey. This reading is supposed to be a journey to self-love and loving yourself. Pile 2, I'm getting that you, the majority of you, recognize yourself as being on a twin flame journey. For those of you who don't recognize that term, it is like you recognize it as soulmate, but you are focused on this connection. So, but the funny thing about a twin flame journey is, in actuality, it is a journey to self love. Ha! Most people don't realize that. Because your twin is your mirror counterpart. I know some of you probably heard the term two bodies, one soul. So, what affects, let's see. Trying to see how to put this. So, you recognize yourself as being on this connection, this journey. You have the Fool card, which represents taking a leap of faith, adventures. But what I'm getting is, for some reason, you had to go your own way. You started this journey, but then you had to go your own way, or y'all went into separation. Due to for some of you, it's adversity, differences. But y'all are in separation. For some of you, I see some of you, when I see this card, it's like, when you take a daisy and you pick the petals and you say, he loves me, he loves me not, he loves me, he loves me not. And you're just sitting up in your chair and you're like driving yourself crazy. You're doing all these pick a card readings and you're like, does your person love you? And you keep eyes and picking these pick a card readings of, does your person love you? And it's the same thing as taking flower petals and, does he love me? He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. And you're so focused on that, you don't see that you're leaving a trail for the fox. And I'm hearing that scripture in my head from the Song of Solomon in the Holy Bible, where the foxes come and eat the vine. Which, that book in the Bible is my absolute favorite. So, be careful of the foxes that are coming in while you're distracted. Okay? While you're looking. Okay? Instead of focusing on yourself and focusing on your inner growth, and you're so focused on the outside, you're not paying attention to the foxes that's coming in to steal on the vine. Daughter of the Sacred Heart. So your light side, we're looking at your light and your dark now. Because we all have the light side, the positive, negative, the light side, the shadow side. For your light side, we have Daughter of the Sacred Heart. Okay. It says, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. That's what it says in our hair. This is someone who, from their past mistakes, have learned. And in turn, they help others. They've learned unconditional love and acceptance of other people through their own actions. This is someone who has a very open heart, a very giving and generous person. Someone who loves very deeply. and they know how, they actually know what unconditional love is. Most people don't. They'll say unconditional love, but they don't actually understand it when they say it. Unconditional love is, if they cheat on you, you're still gonna love them. If they if something happens to them and they get disformed, you're still gonna love them. If they lose everything they have and live in a box, you're still gonna love them. That is unconditional love, no matter what this world brings. And you have that capability. Your shadow side. So, funny thing is, you got two cards on your shadow side. So, I'm here. Oh, shit. So, first of all, I'm noticing like number 37. It says, Candy cane angel, it's time for a treat. But if you look at her, she's holding this little candy cane and she kind of look like, well, I really want it, but I don't think I deserve it. So, this is someone who, it seems like when they do get offered sweet things in their life, blessings in their life, they don't feel like they deserve them. They don't think it's actually meant for them. Um, for some reason, they have a negative viewpoint of themselves, possibly from past things from their past. Okay, that they just been. This is someone who they may have gone through bouts of depression, of unworthiness, lowliness, loneliness. And of course, that's why they're stuck in their head with, I don't think this person really loves me. And then the next minute, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this person loves me. And then, like, shot down the next second, it was like, nah, that can't be real. Because, really? This is my candy cane? You mean this is mine? I have a toy fight. What? Someone loves me? And then you have the number 6, which is autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. And it's like, you take, like, this is an apple, but it's like that candy cane in the previous card. You're holding on tight. Like, you don't want to eat the apple. You don't want to eat the candy cane. You're holding it because, like, you're stuck in this. Look at the woods. They don't even have no, they're barren, right? It's like everything surrounding you is barren. And that's how you see it. And you don't see your way out. And you're not optimistic at all. You're like lost your hope. And that's the last bit of hope that you have. Like, if you eat it, you may never have any hope again. It all has to do, and in your shadow side is all this negativity, all these negative voices. Like, that's what you're fighting. It's like these positive vibes versus these negative vibes, all taking battle in your head. What do you need to rid of? Release. We have the Greenman. Says the forces of nature favor you. And Earth. Utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Well, I'm not really paying attention to what these cards are saying. I'm paying attention to the fact that one is Greenman and the other one is Earth. So that's both Earth signs for me, which I'm mostly hearing that you need to get stable. You need to release expectations. You need to release social programming, from things from your past, things from parental, parental programming. You need to release these expectations in the 3D and start focusing more on 5D and focusing more on inner growth and inner self and less on what you see taking place in the third dimension in what we call reality. Okay, because reality is actually like an illusion. Okay, so if you focus more, it's like, how should I explain this? It's like playing a video game. It's like we're in the video game, okay, but we don't realize we're in the video game. So the video game, what we're looking at, seems real to us, but the actual reality is in 5D, which is whoever's controlling the remote control, which is your higher self. So when you can concentrate on 5D and what your inner voice is telling you in the fifth dimension, your higher self, and connecting with your higher self and healing yourself and loving yourself and accepting you for who you are, and not paying so much attention of what it appears to be in the third dimension or in the game, then you actually journey into loving yourself. And so you've got to release the 3D video game illusion that we live in. So, your advice. Okay, so the cards you got was actually not advice at all. It's like little sayings. It says, "Invisible threads are the strongest ties" by Friedrich Nietzsche. It says, "Truly, madly, deeply." And then you have romance. And suddenly, all the love songs were about you. And that's an unknown writer. So I hope that resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay, I am moving on to those that picked the last pile 3, with this pink flamingo. Okay, you have the Knight of Pentacles, Temperance. This looks weird to me for a Temperance card. The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, number 7 for Moonchild, the number 3 for Sea Beacon Fairy, the Oracle, the Spider, the Chimera, and of course your cards there. So, of course, the Knight of Pentacles is like the slow, stem moving knight. But it's like, and look at her, like what she's writing. They look missing, like when the button eyes then fell off. It's like worn and ragged. They've been at this for a long time, and her ride is getting worn the F out. It's exhausted. And you've been working a while towards balance. You have the Temperance card. You've been trying to balance your inner, you have been working on balancing your inner masculine and feminine energies. I am sensing you've been doing a lot of meditations. You've been doing a lot of connecting with source and higher self and with a soul tribe. I'm hearing soul tribe, soul family. You communicate with a soul family often. You are feeling those fears. You have both the 8 and the 9 of swords. So you're battling the what if you do and what if you don't kind of bullshit. Like, it's it's all the. So with this one, it's like, so you're like, you've got anxiety and fear of outside things from outside of yourself, and then also you have anxiety and fears of your own decisions, of what if you make the wrong decision, what if you make the wrong turn. And those, it's your own inner, like, worries that holds you back from your complete balance. So now let's look at your light and your dark, because we both have light and dark, negative, positive aspects within ourselves. We both carry the masculine and the positive energies. Let's look at the light, and then we'll look at the shadow side. The light, you have the moon child. So you do have a lot of faith. On a shirt it says, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. I think that was on another card too. So, with this one, I'm just getting that, a lot of faith. You brighten up other people's lives. You are very good at letting them see the positive, helping other people see the positive in their situations, helping other people find their light. Like, you are a light worker for other people. And you have a lot of faith in what you do. You have a lot of faith in your creator. For many of you, you do believe in God, or you believe, you may, or the universe, or source, or whatever deity you believe in. You have a lot of faith in that creator. And you have a lot of time. For your dark side, we do have the number 3 for Sea Beacon Fairy. It says guidance, but where will it lead you? So with her, she has like a couple different lights, and it looks like she's in this sea that's kind of just a little bit turbulent. And in the darkness, there's like there's a ship, and there's a light hanging off a wing, and there's a light there, And it's kind of like, it reminds me of the Hierophant card with the, he's carrying the lantern. And so with this, it's like she's carrying the lantern, but it's saying basically, am I going to carry you to your salvation, or your, again with these sword cards up here, with her own self-doubt. Like, she has all this faith in her creator, but at the same time she doesn't have faith in herself, in her light worker abilities, or him, take it how it resonates. And is like, because of your social program, maybe you had Christian upbringing. I'm really strongly feeling that the majority of those who was going to watch number 3 had Christian upbringing. So you're like, as a light worker, is bringing up self-doubt of, am I doing God's work or the enemy's work? Am I, like, for example, I was raised Christian. So with me doing tarot cards, I had to go through that process of, oh my God, am I doing devil's work by doing tarot cards? So that's kind of what you're going through, is this back and forth fear and anxiety of the programming from outside compared to your inner voice on the side, and it's just bombarding you. And so that's what's keeping you out of your balance right now. That's what you're having to look at right now. What you need to release. You got 3 cards for what you need to release. You have the Oracle, which is seek wisdom and guidance from elders. Spider, which says be meticulous and patient. And the Chimera, which says imagination clouds your judgment. But what I'm getting is, what you need to release is, first of all, for the majority of you, you do have some clair abilities, like clairaudience, clairvoyant, sentient, some kind of, I really don't like the word psychic, but some kind of intuitive abilities. And it makes you feel like all in your head, like it's your imagination, that's not real. And you feel like a spider, just an icky crawling down your spine sensation. You need to release all that. You need to release the negativity that you associate with all that, and embrace who you are. This is a journey to self-love. Love who you are and the skin you are in. Okay? So for your cards, we have positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. So with this, remember, what you think generates energy. So when you have a thought and you think, I can't do this today, well, guess what? You're going to have an awful day. You're not going to be able to get anything done, because you generated that into reality. You have to shift that thought, shift that energy, say, nope, I don't accept that. I am having an amazing day today. Today is a new day. The day is shining. Today is wonderful. Even if it's raining outside. Oh, it's another beautiful day for some rain, for some flowers. Change the vibe. Change it. Shift it. We create our own reality. If you have positive thoughts in your mind, you generate the positive vibes. That creates energy. And that energy is what creates the positivity in your life. And then the other card I got was love language, communication, or words of affirmation. I am proud of you. I trust your judgment. I appreciate, let's make up something. I appreciate the way you look in them jeans. I love your sense of humor. Here's another one. Thank you for that amazing smile. Okay. This love language communication or words of affirmations are for you. You look in the mirror every morning and you tell yourself this. You give yourself positive affirmations. Love yourself. Generate them positive vibes and energy into the atmosphere. Okay. I hope this resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.